Hello, Reformers, and welcome back to Space Pirates and Zombies 2. Oh yes, it's been a while, hasn't it, since the last update to this series, and I very much apologize for that, because I have been, I've been progressing off screen as much as I can, and as you can see, we are now threat 59. Yes, and level 22. So, as you can tell, I've been doing quite a bit, and, well, see, that's the thing, I don't actually want to go into my mothership craft screen thing right now because I really just want to show you when we enter combat. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to attack one of my nemesis. Yeah, I don't know. What is nemesi? What is the plural of that? Nemesis is? Well, whatever the case, he has a threat of 39. I've been picking on him for quite some time, or her, either way. I've been picking on quite a few of the independent captains, actually. This fellow as well. He has a threat of 24 now. He actually used to have a threat of about 36, but not any further. So, we are going to attempt to take this guy out. And as you can see, he actually placed a bounty on me. Oh yes. So we are going to be dueling over that bounty. Hopefully no one will join me. Hopefully it will just be me by myself, because I kind of want this to be a 1 versus 1. Is it a 1 versus 1? I think it is. But as you can see, look at my ship. Oh yes, look at my ship. It is amazing. Look at my ship. Isn't it amazing? Yep. Okay, so as you can see, we have pulsars. We have some lasers. We have a cannon in the center there. Weirdly enough, not entirely sure why I have that. And then we have an amazing weapon, which I'm thinking you're going to see in a minute. Maybe, I'm actually unsure where it is. Where is it? Are you going to shoot soon? Oh, I think it's already shot once. Oh, that's kind of unfortunate. I was hoping that we'd be able to see it actually fire off. But we have a shotgun at the front as well, or at the back. I think it's at the front. Yeah, we have a shotgun to deal with fighters and things like that. And we also have miniguns on the left, a ×2 variant of the minigun. So you can, of course, be very safe in the knowledge that fighters will not bother you and well, missiles and things like that. But yeah, I'm hoping that we'll actually be able to see the big missile that actually gets fired in a second. I'm actually unsure where it went, but it is a mass driver sort of thing. Not this sniper type thing, but it actually fires a huge missile that does so much damage apparently, but unfortunately we will not be able to see that right now. So yeah, as you could see, that was just very easy, and that's what I've been doing most of the time. That is what I've been doing. Now, this is exactly what I love. These things right here, I really want to be able to use these ion beams. They are just fantastic, but the problem with them is that I can't use the ion beams and the other attachments that I actually want to use. As you can see here, these are the subcores I have. I've upgraded them to make sure that yes, apart from these, I do want to get at least 3 to 4 stars. But they actually have some pretty good and decent gains. Not the greatest, of course, and they don't actually look that great either, but still. And then for a nose, we have this. It's a totter. It has a pulsar on it. And of course, I've upgraded my weapon damage percentage a little bit as well. And I also have a dinghy, which has an omni laser, which is fine, but for the most part, I'm using it because it's a 3-star nose, and I couldn't really find anything better than that. And then we have a skimmer on the left, which is a sniper cannon, a burst fire cannon that fires shells across a huge distance. Very nice for picking off those fighters in range. And then we have a 2x minigun, which is absolutely terrible. It is absolutely terrible. I mean, just look at the stats on the right side there. It's absolutely awful, but it is amazing to defend against incoming ordnance and drones and things like that. And then we have this. Yeah. This is exactly the thing that I actually wanted to show you, but yeah, a slow-turning, slow-moving bomb that creates a deadly vortex, sucking in everything within range. Sounds like Carl's mother, or something like that. I don't know, I was trying to think of something hilarious like, well, whatever, yes. So, yeah, otherwise, we do have this. I'm not using this at the moment, which is really sad, because this is only a 1-star wedge, but I wanted to try out the mass warhead because it is, as you can see, really good against the actual inner components of a ship. But this is actually good against it's good against armor and various other things. And then I'm using this on the other side, which is the shotgun, and I felt like that was kind of cool for taking down small, fast-moving targets, because we don't really have anything that deals with that. And then we have the Camelback, which is a 2-star, actually. It's actually just a 2-star, which is kind of, I thought it was actually a 3-star, but no, it's got some really, really nice gains there as well. 2x pulsar weapons. As you can see, I'm a really big fan of the pulsar right now. And then we have the South Beak, which is just a regular 2x cannon. And I'm just using that for the gains, really. I'm not really using it for anything else. And then we just have a couple of fightercraft here. Nothing very good. Haven't really upgraded my fightercraft that much. But we're going to be taking all of that, thank you very much. And then we're going to be getting some Scavenge. Okay, so we do have a couple of things going on there. A couple of fights going on, of course. And I'm going to try and scavenge the second bit as well. Oh, nice minigun. That's actually rather nice. Unfortunately, it's not on the right. If it was on the right, that would be amazing. I've been trying to find a minigun that is actually attachable to the right side of the ship, but I am having such trouble with that for some unknown reason. No idea why. So, yeah. Not able to do that right now. But, yeah, let's just take a look here. Is there anything here? That's the thing. I'm always trying to find the miniguns for the right side, but never. I'm never able to for some unknown reason. Well, yes, whatever the case. We have the ion beam there. I'm actually going to keep that. I'm going to keep the skimmer right as well. I'm going to sell the omni laser, sell the missile, sell the minigun, sell the omni cannon. See, now the thing is, I actually had 30,000 scrap earlier on, and I made a bunch of really bad sort of merchandising decisions, and as a result, it has caused me to lose a lot of money, as you can plainly see, of course, and that has caused me to be very, very low. Ooh, that's actually rather nice. I am going to be buying that. Thank you very much. Yes. But it's caused me to be quite low on scrap, and scrap's not that really, it's not hard to come by. I have a huge amount of res, by the way. As you can see, I can actually just sell however much I want and we'll still be fine. But I actually found that while I was running around off screen, that getting res is kind of annoying. So I decided to just stockpile it as much as I could and just go with that. Of course, it's probably not a good idea to go with that, so I'm going to sell a little bit of it just to cover the, well, cover the fighter that I gained. But otherwise, yeah, now we can proceed with the signal if we so desire. But again, I've been looking for the very, very perfect ship layout. And as you can see, the ship layout is quite balanced right now. I used to actually have a ship that was incredibly junky looking. It was very, very bad. And there were cores going off here, and there were cores going off to the side, and it was just going everywhere. But now it's a little bit more in tune. Obviously, I am using an engine right in the center there, which does not make any kind of physical sense, but I'm using it anyway, for some unknown reason. Mainly because these side wings do have to be attached. And again, talking of side wings, I would very much like to have this ion beam, because I have nothing that deals with shields. As far as I'm aware, I have nothing that deals with shields apart from this Omni laser, and that's it. Everything else is absolutely terrible at defeating shields, so I'm actually really thinking of taking off this mass warhead, even though it is an amazing thing and I'd love to see it actually work. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go for a higher threat independent captain, because that was a walkover, right? That was very, very easy, way too easy for our liking, so we're going to try and fight someone with about 50 threat, I would say. At least we are going to be in with a chance of actually losing. It's a highly unlikely, I gotta say, but we're going to see. Whoa, they're making peace all the time. Peace, war, yeah, war and peace. Yes, there we go. And am I gonna find someone? Oh, there's someone with 41. Okay, so there's someone with 41, but I think, well, she's neutral kind of, and she's fighting right now, so I don't really want. 42. Hello there. Okay, let's do this. Demand surrender. 4,000 scrap. No, we're just gonna be fighting. Thank you very much. Okay, so there is actually someone joining us here, which I gotta say is always disappointing. I really do not like it when the AI joins us sometimes, but this guy is going to attempt to get to the gate, isn't he? Yes, he is. So let's see. There's the big warhead. Do you see it? The purple warhead just going there, and it's going. Come on, how much damage is it going to do? That's the thing. How do we know how much damage it's going to do? We don't know. Okay, so, oh, it's just a gravity well. Oh, okay. So it's basically a gravity missile. It is not doing that much damage, or is it? It dealt some damage, and he's dead already. So there's a 41 threat ship for you, and we did get to see what the actual missile did. I didn't know that it had the same graphic as the gravity missile. I was a little bit disappointed by that, I gotta say. I was actually thinking, oh, maybe it's gonna be something very spectacular. It is actually spectacular looking, don't get me wrong, it is spectacular looking, but I was thinking it might be something different rather than that. So that's absolutely fine. We did actually help someone as well. We do get a torpedo thing, and yes, various things that I don't really care about right now. And we have advanced to level 23, and as you can see, Carl is out sick today. This unit will now distribute the quota of condescending and hurtful remarks. Your mother's mass is greater or equal to the average mass of a red giant. Of course, I think we've had that before. But that is very amusing. Let's get plus 40% to health, thank you very much. That is very good. Okay, so I think considering we have seen this now, I am going to be taking this off. It is very good, and in my opinion, it is much better to sell those, even though it hurts me to say that because I really feel like it's a cool weapon. I am actually going to be using the ion beam instead because, as I say, I really like it. I really do like the ion beam a lot. So let's start using that, shall we? So we have 63 threat now, so that just shows that replacing that was very, very good because obviously those other parts are actually 3 stars, and that's a lot better than what we had. So shall we try and scavenge one more? Yeah, I think we'll try and scavenge one more. That sounds good to me. There we go. Okay, and I think that one's probably going to be gotten quite quickly. Oh no, we could have actually scavenged that. Oh well, that's not a big deal, I suppose. So, ooh, look at that. Now this is exactly the kind of thing that I would love to have, but unfortunately it is a 3-slot attachment, and it is only a 1-star, but yeah, basically what that means is you need 3 cores, and it will slot in to those cores, and it will take up 3 slots instead of just the 1 or the 2 that we already had. So level 20 is what we needed to actually get that, and I've just been looking in general for incredible pieces, but unfortunately I haven't been very, very lucky so far. As you can see, I actually just purchased some random res every now and again just to keep our res up, because even though we can actually sell it for a pretty reasonable amount, I actually kind of like it to have a lot. So yeah, I'm just kind of doing that because I feel like it's... No! Did we just... Yeah, I did. I did just sell that. Okay, gonna have to buy that back. Terribly sorry. At least I increased my relations with him a little bit, because he doesn't like me right now, because I'm fighting a lot in his space, and he's not really appreciating that. So, yeah, this is basically just one of those videos that is more of an update to what I've been doing, and I am going to be continuing to upgrade our ship as much as possible. But first off, we are going to be reading about Elsa Young, because of course she is our captain technically. And, there's no 1 of 2 or 1 of 3, so it's just a overall summary of what she's all about. Elsa was born and raised on Earth, which happened to be one of the last worlds to come under UTA control during the Lockdown Wars. Her and her father were recruited by the UTA to mine the Sol system for what little res it had. When her father died, she became aimless and resentful. Eventually, she was befriended by Don Gibson, the leader of the growing UTA resistance. Saving her from eventual starvation, she was fiercely loyal to Don, and became second in command of the renegade fleet. Despite her troubled past, she had always managed to stay light-hearted and governed by strong morals. She was devastated to discover Don had been under the influence by the infection. Enraged, she took control of the clockwork and crew to hunt down Don and destroy the dark entity. Having eventually satisfied that goal, she has now grown cold and nearly unrecognizable by her fellow crewmates. Driven aimlessly by guilt, she commands the surviving crew of the clockwork on an endless mission to cleanse the last of the infection. Ooh, yes. There we go. So that's really cool in my opinion. And I think we're going to be reading one more lore object here, because again, we have not cleared all of the lore. I think there's actually, 4 left, apart from this one. And there are a huge amount of independent captains that I actually really need to slaughter. So I'm going to be doing that off screen as well. But yeah, I think we're almost ready to take out that signal quest. And we'll probably do that in the next episode. So the breach incident occurred when the first Titan Gate was successfully bypassed by an unregistered traveler, ending the Lockdown Wars. Though no infected vessels were ever able to escape through the breach, it was widely publicized as the cause of the infection itself. Unbeknownst to the general public at the time, the infection had ravaged the core worlds for centuries beforehand. The breach became a UTA scapegoat to cover up years of concealed conflict. Oh yes, there we go. Okay, so with that, that is just a little bit of an update of what I've been doing in Space Pirates and Zombies 2, and so I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.